Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm making sautéed Swiss chard with cured pork. First of all, what is a Swiss chard? It's a leafy green vegetable. It could be different colors, green or red. The one I'm making today is red, and it belongs to a leafy spinach beet category. So if your chard tastes like beets, don't be surprised. I got inspired for this recipe after my trip for strawberry picking at Mortimer Farms. I loved the day at the farms. It was a beautiful day and a lot of things to do there. And of course I got a lot of strawberries and some fresh organic eggs. And guess what? I got to feed the donkey. And the donkey was so cute, was sticking his face out for and reaching for the food. And of course the goats were next to get this wonderful food, and no social distancing here. They patiently waiting in line to get their food. I saw this beautiful plantation of Swiss chard there, and of course I had to pick some. I was not familiar too much with this ingredient, but I figured out I will come up with something, and this is what I came up with. I was able to pick, let's say, about 2 pounds of Swiss chard, and as you can see the leaves are pretty large and they have stalks, and stalks take a little bit longer to cook, so I've decided to separate them. So just separate the stalks and cut the leaf in half if they're as large as this one, and we're gonna stack them together, and then we're gonna cut this stack into strips, and this way it's gonna look very nice in your dish. So here we have all our leaves and our stalks. Cut your stalks into small cubes, and this way when we cook them, they will cook faster and they will come out more tender. So just take your time and cut each stalk into little cubes, and we're gonna reserve them and set them aside. And look at this, I picked this at the farm too. I picked these beautiful onions, and we're gonna need some onions, and I'm just gonna use the heads of the onions. I'm gonna reserve the greens maybe for a salad or something, but when I picked them I didn't realize they're all different colors. So there's some white ones and some red ones, which is fine. It's gonna look very nice in a dish. And so we're just gonna dice the onion, maybe half moon if they're little as these ones, or you can cut them in half if your onions are slightly larger, and then cut them into slices like that. And look what else I got there. It's garlic scapes. If you guys never seen one, it's when the garlic grows, it shoots kind of those stalks in the air, and you pick them. In Russia I used to get them pickled, and they're actually quite tasty, but I'm gonna use them in a dish too because they're gonna add a very nice garlic taste to a dish. So I'm just gonna use a couple and dice them finely and use them in a dish because I want to use as much greens as I can from what I picked at the farm. We're also gonna use some fresh garlic too, and I have about 3 cloves of garlic here. Just gonna smash them with my knife, and I know my knife's supposed to be larger in order to smash them, but I like to work with this utility knife because I can do a very fine dice of things. Now this beautiful baby spinach I picked there too, so here it goes in a dish too. I have about 3 cups of baby spinach. And of course when I saw this beautiful fresh dill there, I went kind of crazy there. I picked a lot. And with the dill, we're gonna use some dill in this dish too because it's gonna add a very nice and fresh taste to our Swiss chard. And the little stalks I'm separating, I'm gonna use them in the soup, and the little flowers of the dill I'm gonna use in my pickling. Nothing goes to waste when it comes to fresh produce, especially picked in the farm. So I'm just gonna give it a quick chop to our dill and we set it aside. Now Swiss chard is kind of a blunt vegetable, so you can add a lemon to it because the lemon zest I'm gonna use to add freshness to this dish, and I'm also gonna use some lemon juice. So I'm just gonna collect all the zest, and I love those micro zesters. If you get a chance, get one. So we're just gonna collect all the zest, and we're gonna cut our lemon in half, and we're gonna squeeze the lemon juice from that not very large lemon, I would say medium size. So I think you will get maybe 1/4 cup of a lemon juice. And here's a little trick. If you're gonna use the lemon zest, it would be easier for you to add it to the dish if you add just a little bit of a lemon juice there. Now the cured pork pieces I also got at the farm. They don't have pigs there, but at the sister farm they do, so they sell it in a little store. And the cured pork is pretty much just salted pork or brined, and I'm just gonna use this in a dish too. It's gonna add tons of flavor, plus it's gonna help us to saute all our vegetables, so I'm just gonna cut it into small cubes. To make our dish, we're gonna need a large pot, to which we're gonna add just 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and we're gonna add our cured pork. We need to brown it very well. And when the cured pork start browning, it's gonna give us additional oil, and it should be enough for us to saute all our vegetables. So the onions go in first, and we just need to saute those together. When your onions are gonna get a little bit tender, we're gonna throw in our scapes, the garlic scapes, and we're gonna go with the order of the harder vegetables first because these will take a longer time to cook. And after that, we're gonna throw in our Swiss chard stalks. As soon as they get a little bit tender, we're gonna put in our chopped garlic, and we're gonna use our lemon zest, and it's already smelling so good and so fresh. And after that, we're gonna start loading our Swiss chard, and we're gonna load it in we're gonna load about 3 cups first. We're gonna wait for it to wilt down, then we're gonna load more until we finish loading all our Swiss chard. So just give it a quick mix and see how your Swiss chard will go down, then just add more. As simple as that. As you load your Swiss chard, kind of mix it from the bottom up so your cured pork gets mixed in with the Swiss chard. This way it's all coated in this beautiful flavor. Now the actual leaves of the Swiss chard don't take that long to cook. And also we're gonna use our lemon juice. This will prevent them from browning, and they will stay bright green/red. And at this point we're gonna add our spinach. We're gonna mix those together, and our dish is almost done. Time to season our dish. Just use some freshly ground black pepper and just a teaspoon of salt. Don't add a lot of salt until you taste your dish, because if you remember, we used the cured pork has salt in it. So just taste your dish. If you feel like you need to add just a little bit more salt, add a little bit more salt, and you can also add a little bit more of the freshly ground black pepper. Taste it again. If you're happy with the taste, we're gonna finish it up with using our fresh dill. And at this point, it's done. Swiss chard can be enjoyed as a side dish to any steak or chicken. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.